Imagine this. A boy bullied so badly he ends up in the hospital. Years later, that same person is a man risking literally his last dollar, sleeping on a couch, his company's, just moments from total collapse.
And now he's the guy building rockets aimed at Mars and electric cars that, well, they really did change everything.
Exactly. This, Hugh, is the kind of unbelievable stories Elon Musk we're diving into today.
Yeah.
For this deep dive, we're really focusing on that journey, specifically how he went from the absolute brink of failure to the kind of world-changing success we see now.
Right. Our mission here is to pull back the curtain a bit. Look at the intense struggle, the sheer persistence behind the big names like SpaceX and Tesla.
The stuff you don't always hear about.
Exactly. We're highlighting those make-or-break moments, the really tough decisions that shaped his path. It's very much a failure to success narrative we're exploring.
Okay, so to really get that, we need to go back, way back, to the beginning.
Let's do it.
1971, Pretoria, South Africa. That's where Elon Musk was born.
And descriptions of him as a kid often paint this picture of a quiet child. Really bookish.
Deep into science fiction, computers.
Totally. And get this, even back then there was this entrepreneurial spark. He sold his first video game code when he was just 12.
12. For $500.
Yep, $500 back then, which is pretty impressive for a kid.
Absolutely. But that contrasts really sharply with his school experience, doesn't it?
Oh, drastically. The sources talk about severe bullying. I mean, really severe. To the point where one incident landed him in the hospital after being beaten until he blacked out.
Wow. That's intense.
It is, and apparently home life wasn't always smooth sailing either. But it seems like these hardships, they forged something in him.
Like a resilience.
Yeah, stubborn resilience, a kind of refusal to quit no matter what. You kind of wonder, right, if that spirit born from such difficulty was almost necessary for the huge goals he set later.
It's an incredible thought. And that drive, that resilience, seems to be what pushed him at just 17. He leaves South Africa, heads to Canada with basically nothing. Just this determination to build something better.
And that independence, that fire, it definitely carried through into his first big ventures in the mid-90s.
Right. Zip2, the city guide software company he co-founded.
Yeah, and the stories from that time are legendary, almost. Total dedication. Sleeping in the office, showering at the YMCA.
Working 7 days a week, just relentless.
Absolutely relentless. And eventually it paid off. Compaq bought Zip2 for $307 million.
Making him a multimillionaire pretty young.
Yeah. But you'd think, okay, maybe relax a bit now.
Right. Take a breath. Apparently not.
Not even close. He almost immediately took that money and risked pretty much all of it again.
On X.com.
On X.com, yeah. The online payment company that, well, it morphed into PayPal, as most people know.
But even that wasn't straightforward. There was the whole being ousted as CEO part.
Right. While he was away on a trip, no less. It really shows, doesn't it? Even those early wins weren't easy rides.
Definitely a learning curve.
A steep one. But then eBay buys PayPal for $1.5 billion. He walks away with about $180 million from that.
Okay, now he's set for life, surely.
You'd think. But the sources say he came out of it not just with money, but with this burning desire to build bigger dreams. It really underscores how those challenges, those setbacks, can be just as formative as the financial successes.
So $180 million richer, but maybe hungrier than ever.
Seems like it. Because what does he do next? He starts SpaceX in 2002.
With this absolutely massive goal, make space travel affordable, get humans to Mars.
I mean, audacious doesn't even cover it. People laughed. Experts, literal experts, call it impossible, wasting his money.
And then just 2 years later, 2004, he gets involved with Tesla Motors.
Right. Aiming to prove electric cars weren't just glorified golf carts, but could be fast, beautiful, practical, desirable.
So he's got these two incredibly ambitious, incredibly expensive ventures going at the same time.
And the risk was just immense. Both companies, according to the accounts, were basically constantly on the edge of failure.
He'd poured in his entire fortune from PayPal.
All of it. And things weren't going well. Rockets kept failing. Tesla cars faced delay after delay, burning through cash. Investors started getting really nervous.
And then looming over all of this,
The 2008 financial crisis hits, just when things were already looking incredibly shaky. He was apparently right on the verge of personal bankruptcy himself.
it really makes you stop and think, doesn't it? The sheer guts required to chase visions everyone else calls crazy.
And the stakes.
Oh.
We're talking financial ruin, personal ruin, everything on the line.
Which brings us to 2008. described as his absolute breaking point.
Yeah, the situation was dire. You had 3 SpaceX rocket launches in a row fail. Boom, boom, boom.
Devastating for morale for funding.
Hugely. And meanwhile, Tesla's was just bleeding money. Couldn't seem to get the production sorted out. Costs were spiraling.
So he faces this impossible choice.
Basically, yeah. Does he try and save one company, maybe let the other one go under? Or does he risk everything he has left trying to keep both afloat?
That's a heavy decision.
Unbelievably heavy. And he chose.
Both. He split his last $40 million, roughly, between Tesla and SpaceX.
His last money. Leaving himself, apparently, with nothing to live on but loans from friends. Think about that.
If either company failed at that point.
Total ruin. Complete wipeout. No safety net left.
And people were calling him crazy. Publicly.
Oh, absolutely. The media, industry watchers, they thought he was done. But he just doubled down, working like 100-hour weeks, sleeping on the factory floor at Tesla sometimes.
It's almost hard to comprehend that level of drive when everyone's telling you you're finished.
It really pushes you to consider what never give up actually looks like in practice, you know? When the odds are just stacked possibly high and everyone doubts you.
It's not just a slogan at that point.
Not at all. It's survival driven by conviction.
And then it happens. The turning point.
December 2008, SpaceX tries its 4th launch. Everything is riding on this.
And
Success. The rocket reaches orbit. It worked.
wow. The relief must have been immense.
Sources describe it as literally the moment that saved the company. And the timing couldn't have been more critical.
Because just days later,
NASA comes calling, awards SpaceX this massive $1.6 billion contract to resupply the International Space Station.
game changer. Absolutely game changer.
Totally. And around the same time, Tesla manages to secure crucial last-minute funding, too. Just squeaking by, avoiding collapse.
It really feels like those breakthroughs came right at the 11th hour, after the absolute darkest point.
It often seems to happen that way, doesn't it? The greatest pressure just before the dawn. But imagine living through that pressure cooker.
I can't. So from that really critical juncture in late 2008, things start to turn around.
Yeah, slowly but surely. SpaceX goes on, becomes the first private company to dock with the ISS, a huge milestone.
And Tesla.
Tesla gets the Model S out. It starts winning awards, Car of the Year. People start looking at electric cars completely differently. It shifted the whole conversation.
But like you said, this turnaround, this success, it came at a massive personal cost.
Oh, undoubtedly. Years of just crushing stress, sleepless nights, being on the verge of losing absolutely everything. That takes a toll.
And yet look where we are now.
Right. Today, he's leading not just SpaceX and Tesla, but Neuralink, the Boring Company. Still chasing that Mars colonization dream with incredible intensity.
The sources point out something interesting. He's worth billions, obviously, but maybe his true wealth lies in his vision and persistence.
I think that's a really powerful way to put it. It makes you think about the bigger impact, you know, how one person's refusal to quit, their relentless vision can actually reshape things for all of humanity.
Yeah, when you boil it all down, his journey beyond the rockets and cars, it's just this incredible testament to persistence against truly staggering odds.
Absolutely. Elon Musk's story, it really isn't just about the technology, it's about the power of sheer will. And it kind of leaves you with a question, doesn't it? For all of us, really. What seemingly impossible goal, what big dream might you actually achieve if you genuinely refuse to quit?
Something definitely worth thinking about. Thank you for joining us on this deep dive